What's up, Diesel? Diesel D. Yeah, right, right. I got you, so it's good to see you. How is Hawaii these days? How's your weather? Probably great. 82. Awesome all the time. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Birdie. Brr. That sounds icy cold. Mid 70s. How dare you throw that in our face? We're four season people up here. Michigan is beautiful. It's wonderful. It's four seasons. If you like four seasons, we're your home. We got all four. We got ripped off a little bit on fall this year, but it still came. You're dealing with rain, D, down in Louisiana, and like poisonous snakes. So trust me, that's not lost on me that there's poisonous stuff down there in the South, whether it be spiders, snakes, crocodiles, or alligators. I mean, there's a show out where they go out and they shoot these things in the head with a 22. They're hunting these things, and these things are man eaters. No offense to any of you women or people that identify with your gender as someone that's not a woman or a woman. It don't matter. The gator does not care what your emotions are. The gator's going to eat you every time. It does not care about your feelings. And that's how I've come to be, talking and wondering and thinking and watching the entire impeachment inquiry put on by the terrible lowlife Adam Schiff. I've been watching it. I watched all of the painstaking hours. I watched it last week. I watched it this week. I'm talking 7, 8 hours. And I watched all of it. I do not say that with any vibrato. It was sucked. It it was terrible. But knowing what I know now after viewing this, and they've gone through their last witnesses. Today, Adam Schiff called up the last two witnesses out of the last 6 weeks that were done in the underground skiff, where no one was allowed to listen. Completely soundproof. There are no things that happened in that skiff that could get out in the public. They were secret hearings, and somehow evidence leaked to all of the left-wing crazy newspapers, Washington Post, New York Times. Oh, I'm sorry, the failing New York Times, the Washington Compost, these left-wing rag of a magazine. They are building a narrative. They're not building a narrative. They've built their narrative. They're stacking it high. And they have no choice but to go forward with what they have laid down as their body of work, of what they claim they've shown to people. You guys, this whole thing, this whole house of cards is greater, is going down in the very near future, greater than you could ever imagine. James. I think it would be great if they actually do impeach. Oh my God. I think, can you still hear me? 1 for yes, 2 for no, or just 1 for yes? That'd be good. Can you hear me? Okay. So I think what the Republicans want is I think that they want this to go to the next level, which would be the Senate. And the only way for that to happen, to have there be a full-blown investigation to call out everybody that they haven't been allowed to speak. So if they hold the vote next week and the House votes to impeach the president, it will move on to the next level, which is the Senate, which, what have we been told forever? Senate was the key. The majority within the Senate was the key to this whole resolution. I saw I had some buffering, and I know I'm using trigger words that are picked up by bots, and so I'm going to try to lay off some of those trigger words as I can. But I think what I realized today at the conclusion of what we've watched, or at least I've watched all of it, is that this is a fabricated hoax, because they are in sheer panic over what's about to drop in the FISA investigation, which is, we are told, is as thick as a phone book. It's going to lay out and show all of the evidence that shows how the entire Russian collusion and Ukrainian interference is all tied in together, which is crazy because the Democrats do not want anybody to think that Ukraine had anything to do with what happened in 2016. They don't want to know that. But the reality is that a lot happened. It's where the whole fake Russian/Ukrainian dossier was created from Christopher Steele, who got the information from the Ukraine. That's what's up. And that is what they are battling their lives off of. The good news is that it's over. It's over in the House. The next step is they have to put the vote before the House of Representatives. And the last time they voted to even have the inquiry, it was bipartisan for the Republicans. Why? Because 2 Democrats joined them in their vote. All Republicans voted against the inquiry, plus 2 Democrats. That's a break in the dam. That is a break in the dam. Now, after all of this charade, all of the charades that we've been watching, the political antics, very, very, very smart and treasonous Adam Schiff. Smart guy. Wow. I'm actually impressed. I wish I could have known what he could have did had he chose to be good. Honestly, he's quite brilliant. but he's a treasonous bitch, so he got to go. And he's going to go. He's up to his very small diameter neck in corruption throughout DC. But smart. He is, if you could say that he is squeezing everything he can out of this final stand against Trump, I would say he's doing really everything that he can. He is unapologetic, man. But I do not like this son bitch. I'll tell you that. That's how dirty and bad he is. He not a good guy. Not at all. Summed up what it all proved to me. going forward, what did it prove? It proved nothing. So on to the Senate. I don't see any benefit for the Democrats to let this go beyond the vote. Really, within the House of Representatives, I mean, they're going to push it through, but I'm not sure there's enough Democrats that will actually vote for it after all of this we're watching, right? But let's assume that it does go through and that a few more Democrats jump ship and come over to the right and say, these are unfounded allegations. And in fact, these allegations are so ridiculous that they are not even borderline. They're treasonous. They are guilty of sedition and treason against an elected president by the people. 63 million people voted for President Trump. And it was a landslide in the Electoral College. A landslide. It wasn't even close. I'm not sure the Democrats can pull off the votes to actually put him into impeachment to go to the Senate. They know if this thing goes to the Senate, they're done. The Senate will open up a complete investigation over all the things the House wouldn't do under all its biases. I mean, it's just, I came on to tell you that it's done. It doesn't mean that they won't try to shift it into a different story. They will. The rats are fleeing the ship. But all the while, the ship is sinking. So I don't know if they're rolling over on each other yet. I don't know if they're doing that, but their days are numbered. And those that have followed the plan and have seen that all the futures have proven the past of everything that you've been shown, you've been shown the future, not through some kind of weird looking glass that shows you the future. No, you were told. The information was laid out to you and said, this, and this. Watch for this. Watch for that. And when this happens, that will happen. And there was a whole bunch of that were months and months and months, and in some cases, even as much as almost a year, that the proof that proved it came to pass. And if you get that and I get that, this impeachment inquiry has definitely woken up a lot more people. They see how ridiculous this is. It may be a crossroads. You know, honestly, think about it. Think about where this movement is right now. And think about the fact that you're going into the holidays. Now, if you're anything like me, which I tend not to be so vocal about this kind of stuff during the holidays, but some of you might be. And moving forward into 2020, I mean, Nancy Pelosi's already said she's not going to put the vote up for the USMCA. So she does not care. She's going to make this a 2020 issue. But when we go into 2020, the impeachment inquiry will either be on the doorstep of the Senate or it won't be voted on within the House. It's going to be one of those two, obviously. But I think it's a win-win for President Trump either way. If they can't get this out of the House of Representatives with a vote to impeach him, it's over. All the while, the FISA documents are scheduled to be released. William Barr, Attorney General's investigation, is right around the corner from being released. Timing is everything. What did Q often say? Why get in the way of your enemy when they are destroying themselves? Why even interject yourself? They're not. The Democrats are destroying themselves and have continued to destroy themselves. This is probably the greatest possible outcome that anybody could even imagine as far as the end result of the Trump campaign. Come say hi.
I'm good.
Just say hi.
Hi.
No, come say hi.
No, I'm going to bed.
Come on, say hi. Just poke your head in and say hi.
Just tell him I said hi.
No, just come over here and just poke your head. All right. I love you. All right. Good night.
Is the water running in my bathroom?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Dee, that's not Shawnee. That's our youngest, Sydney. She came over to spend the night. And hang out. Nice, Dee. $17. That's all. That was 17 minutes. Oh my God. EED. EE. All right. I'm going to do I'm going to reload some Q drops and see what's going on in the wonderful world of Q. Maybe if it loads. I'm also checking Twitter. Twitter, what's up? Let's check on the Prez. He's got good stuff. He really's got good stuff. His stuff's great. Donald Trump is just awesome at social media. He social medias very well. He's very good at it. It's like his front line of defense. 100%. It's great. He just knows what's up. All right. So nothing new on Twitter. Not much going on. So now I'm trying to reload the Q. Oh, there was a new Q drop. Look at this. Okay. Oh, that was a while ago. Okay. Okay. Oh, shit. Nope. I need a day to break this down. No way. No way. No, there's a lot here. I'll try to. Wow, there's a lot here. Okay. There is one that I'm seeing immediately. That is tonight. That says the Great Awakening, all in capital letters, and then it just says you are the news now, and then it says handle with care. Q. Handle with care. All right, let's go through this a little bit. I guess I suppose I can unpack this and we can talk about it until I just run into a roadblock. Anyway, the Great Awakening, all caps. You are the news now. Handle with care. Q. Does this mean that people will start asking you about what's going on? I don't know. Otherwise, why handle with care? The next one says news unlocks. You have more than you know. Q. And it leads to a Twitter link, which I'll pull up right now, which it says FBI 302 is modified. We knew this a long time ago. Okay. Do you guys know what the FBI 302s are? If you don't, let me refresh your memory. A 302 is a form that's used when an FBI agent is sitting down doing an investigation or an inquiry against whatever person they're talking about. An FBI 302 form is one that multiple notes are scratched. They're scratched on every single time, and they are put into sealed uh, envelopes, let's just say. But they are supposed to be sealed and signed by the FBI agent that takes the notes on the 302. Absolutely is supposed to happen every time. Now they're showing that some of the 302s in the Michael Flynn case were modified, and 302s in the FISA warrants or the FISA documents under the questioning of General Flynn were modified. These are things that you, as Anons, have known for a long time now. We've been given more than we could imagine. We have it all. We've been told we have it all. These are not new surprises that I'm bringing up to you. I'm simply telling you things that are being flagged within the Q drops that show us that we've had it all along. And who could unlock this puzzle? Anybody? Maybe. Maybe the most beautiful mind that's ever gone anywhere that understands social media could unlock all of these keys. But probably not. Probably not. It's pretty huge. And I'm not talking about the likes of Serial Brain, which I do enjoy those. Serial Brain breakdowns. I do enjoy those. I do. Do I believe in them in 100%? No, but there's no malice at all in anything Serial Brain's trying to do with the breakdowns of I mean, it could totally be like divine, but for something or somebody to be able to put together these kind of attachments, I don't know. I'm on the fence about it. But the good news is that you could be on the fence about something like that and still know that we are going to win and that we are winning. We are 100% winning. Make no mistake. All of these accusations, especially now, all of this coming before an impeachment inquiry, has all been by design. It is to wake up the people. And I really mean the people that just are pretty much aloof in life. I think a lot of us are awake. I really think a lot of people are awake. At least where they're not going to go crazy if they find out, like, if they come out and say, we arrested Hillary Clinton, everybody go like, me. It's like, yeah, of course you did. We knew it was coming. We knew it was coming. And we'd be happy, but we would just be like, he told her in the second debate out of 3 debates before he was elected president, when she said, it's a good thing that Donald Trump isn't in control of the rules within our justice system. And he said, because you'd be in jail. Not after he became president. It's while he had a debate with her. This dude is crazy fucking cool. He's on a mission. I'll stop short of saying a mission from God. I just say he's on a mission, man. It feels divine at times in nature. No matter what you want to say about the billionaire, he gets people. He gets people. I can't wait to see how this whole thing goes down. I cannot wait to see how the deep state falls. I cannot wait to see justice served, and I cannot wait to see vindication for the awake that have been on the whole time. and as I've often said in the past, is not to spike the football. It's just to maybe hear somebody say, "Well done, Patriot. Great job." There won't be a lot of that. There won't probably be any of that. I mean, it's okay. But this plan is so cool that everybody gets to wake up at this point on their own timeline. And it's either accelerated or decelerated by how awake the people in the trenches, you, me, everybody that's woken up since we woke up, everybody that woke up before we woke up. This whole thing matters on how awake people ultimately get and how they sway the narrative. You're a digital soldier, just like me. You're also a human being, just like me. Our job, ultimately, when this is done, is to live our lives. It's to move on with society, continue being a functioning, integrated part of society that preaches those stories, that preaches those morals. You know, you might not believe it right now, but you guys are going to be the storytellers. And I don't mean in the kooky way, like, oh, that's crazy D. She always hangs out by the pharmacy with her, you know, Kango hat on and talking about Trump. I'm sorry, that was not a good. I don't even know why I said it. I don't know. Anyway, D would never wear a Kango. Ever. But what you'll be is you will be a keeper of truth. You will be a keeper of truth within your heart that mainstream television can never take away from you going forward. And there's lots of us. I'm not saying we're in rare air. I'm not trying to put any of that on any of us. We're not in rare air, but we are in select company. I can say that. The people that truly, truly get it, I would say, is pretty select. There's a large percentage that are just, forgive me, they're meatheads. They're just, and that comes in all shapes and sizes of women, men, zims, and zers. They're meatheads. Probably don't have the ability to watch whatever. They're just gone. They're aloof. They don't care about politics. They're jaded. They're gone. So how do you make it all work? How do you bring it all together? When this is all done, when we sit here and go, now what? What do we do? How do we make this all, make it understand and make it all work? Well, I don't have the exact answer, but I would say that it's going to start with truth and transparency. I think that in large regards, they said that that's what President Zelensky of Ukraine got voted in for overwhelmingly, like 73% positive for President Zelensky from Ukraine was voted in because he ran on anti-corruption. And Ukraine was voted, whatever, loosely, top 3 most corrupt nations in the world, on the planet, whatever this is we live on, this mortal coil that we live on. They were ranked number 3. Believe me, I know what like voting like that means. I live in Michigan. I'm about 3 hours from Detroit. Forever, it was voted the most the deadliest or the highest crime city on the planet. It's still in the top 5. I mean, I don't even know where it's at now, but if it's lower than that, it's only because everybody moved out. Everybody moved out. But I don't even know the point I'm trying to make. All right, let me bring it back. I should probably check on the chat. Yeah, Johnny O. Yes. Good to see you, by the way. Thanks for coming again. Appreciate you. I haven't checked on the chat in, well, you guys know, a while. Yeah. Johnny O says, I think Trump was groomed by God to be president. Who would have expected Trump to be president 5 years ago? God does have a sense of humor, and I think Trump is both great and hilarious. Man, I can't disagree with you. I can't disagree with you. I think what's interesting is to listen to some of the earlier interviews from President Trump when he was a younger man, back in the 80s, back in the early 80s, back when he was with Rona Barrett, back when he interviewed with Rona Barrett, back when he interviewed with Oprah. And what's crazy is he talks about the trade negotiations with foreign countries. And he talks about how we're having our asses handed to us at that time by Japan. And he says, I don't blame them. I blame our leadership. I mean, there's something also in Trump's, you know why I love Trump's speech, Our Movement? Maybe I'll play that in a minute. If you guys want to see that and hear Our Movement, give me a number 1 or something. I just love that speech though. All right, let's do an Our Movement. Let's have an Our Movement moment. I have it saved as Our Movement.
Our movement is about replacing a failed and corrupt political establishment with a new government controlled by you, the American people. The Washington establishment and the financial and media corporations that fund it exist for only one reason: to protect and enrich itself. The establishment has trillions of dollars at stake in this election. For those who control the levers of power in Washington and for the global special interests, they partner with these people that don't have your good in mind. Our campaign represents a true existential threat like they haven't seen before. This is not simply another 4-year election. This is a crossroads in the history of our civilization that will determine whether or not we, the people, reclaim control over our government. The political establishment that is trying to stop us is the same group responsible for our disastrous trade deals, massive illegal immigration, and economic and foreign policies that have bled our country dry. The political establishment has brought about the destruction of our factories and our jobs as they flee to Mexico, China, and other countries all around the world. It's a global power structure that is responsible for the economic decisions that have robbed our working class, stripped our country of its wealth, and put that money into the pockets of a handful of large corporations and political entities. This is a struggle for the survival of our nation, and this will be our last chance to save it. This election will determine whether we're a free nation or whether we have only the illusion of democracy, but are in fact controlled by a small handful of global special interests rigging the system, and our system is rigged. This is reality. You know it, they know it, I know it, and pretty much the whole world knows it. The Clinton machine is at the center of this power structure. We've seen this firsthand in the WikiLeaks documents, in which Hillary Clinton meets in secret with international banks to plot the destruction of U.S. sovereignty in order to enrich these global financial powers, her special interest friends, and her donors. Honestly, she should be locked up. The most powerful weapon deployed by the Clintons is the corporate media, the press. Let's be clear on one thing. The corporate media in our country is no longer involved in journalism. They're a political special interest, no different than any lobbyist or other financial entity with a total political agenda. And the agenda is not for you, it's for themselves. Anyone who challenges their control is deemed a sexist, a racist, a xenophobe. They will lie, and then again, they will do worse than that. They will do whatever's necessary.
True.
The Clintons are criminals, remember that. This is well documented. And the establishment that protects them has engaged in a massive cover-up of widespread criminal activity at the State Department
True.
and the Clinton Foundation
True.
in order to keep the Clintons in power.
True.
They knew they would throw every lie they could at me and my family and my loved ones. They knew they would stop at nothing to try to stop me. Nevertheless, I take all of these slings and arrows gladly for you. I take them for our movement so that we can have our country back. I knew this day would arrive. It's only a question of when. And I knew the American people would rise above it and vote for the future they deserve. The
real
only thing
patriot.
that can stop this corrupt machine is you. The only force strong enough to save our country is us. The only people brave enough to vote out this corrupt establishment is you, the American people. Our great civilization has come upon a moment of reckoning.
True.
I didn't need to do this, folks.
Who didn't?
I built a great company and I had a wonderful life. I could have enjoyed the fruits and benefits of years of successful business deals and businesses for myself and my family, instead of going through this absolute horror show of lies, deceptions, malicious attacks.
Horror.
Who would have thought? I'm doing it because this country has given me so much, and I feel so strongly that it's my turn to give back to the country that I love. I'm doing this for the people and for the movement, and we will take back this country for you, and we will make America great again.
True. This man, even though he is a real estate tycoon, just a savage, he is a political savant. People say he's unpolished. This man is a savant. He does politics. I mean, it's like this cat was ripped right out of the pages of history and put here and said, tell him how the Constitution works, Donald. Okay, here. By the way, you, and you, and you, and you, and you. You're all doing disgraceful, terrible things, and you probably should be locked up. Think about the fire this guy threw at these people before he was even president. This guy don't whip ass. He whips much ass. Lots. This impeachment hoax is about to go away, and if it doesn't, it's going to the Senate, and welcome that. I welcome that shit. Because really, at this point, it's all about exposure going forward. What else could it be? This is it. Guys, you're waiting for something else to happen. You're waiting for this and that. There's no next scene. there's other things that'll happen, but this chapter of the Great Awakening is about to come to a rapid close. And I have a feeling it's going to do a lot with taking down all the Democrats and maybe the Rhino Republicans, but I think most of them were purged out already. But it's going to be about exposure. It's going to expose mainstream television. In fact, beyond Fox News, you're going to start seeing places like CNN who tried to come out and give testimony that there would be a high-ranking FBI official named for criminal process or something like that. I don't know, criminal activity within the IG report. So the people that are being implicated in the IG report that are coming, I learned this tonight, is that they are made aware a number of like 1 or 2 weeks before a report is released that their names will be in there. And so they found out that on December 9th, the IG report is going to be released, and there would be an FBI official recommended for, I'm so sorry, just recommended for discipline, criminal indictment, not discipline, criminal indictment or discipline. I'll take criminal indictment for 400, Alex. Yeah, criminal indictment, FBI, high ranking. Is happening. It's happening. You guys, it's literally happening. It's been a long struggle. It's been great. I mean, it's been beautiful, but it's been a long struggle, and it's really like happening. It's surreal now, right? Overused. Some people don't use surreal properly. Right now, it's proper. An FBI high-ranking official gets named for criminal inquiry or whatever, they're going to charge him. It's surreal. It's like, holy shit, it's really, really happening. As much as we know, as much as the truth that's out there, you got to remember right now, everything that comes out is going to be regurgitated just to wake up the people that aren't awake yet. These are going to be to wake up the people that you planted little seed bombs in over the past 2 years, where you've tried to, and some of them will take and they'll flourish and bloom, and some of them will just not, and that's okay too. But everybody that you've laid a seed in is going to be forced to water that bitch over the next 2 or 3 months, and we'll see if it takes root. Definitely see if it takes root. I hope it does. I think it will. I think America's awake. I think the world's awake. I think the world and America has been waiting for somebody to come in and say, enough of this bullshit. I see it all. I get it. I see what you're doing to this country. I see what you're doing to the spirit of the American people, the American worker. You're just stomping them out, man. You're just pissing on them every day. And you tell them it's raining. And you're just pissing. All while you get completely loaded rich in your districts. While you let everybody, and I don't blame the people of San Francisco. You know what? If I was there and I didn't have a job, I'd shit on the fucking street too. Fuck you. Where's the porta pot? What are you doing for me? Us, any of us. I mean, can that many homeless people be wrong? That wrong? Or has their district, their city failed them? I would say it's the latter. These people have been failed. They should hold these people accountable. My hope and prayer is that these people are held accountable in November of 2020 when we put Donald Trump back in for another 4 years. And we overtake the House and we maintain control or make it bigger within the Senate. And then, just like Doc Brown says to Marty McFly, When this thing hits 88 miles an hour, you're going to see some serious shit. And when this bitch hits 2020 and Trump goes another 4 years, the world's going to see some serious shit. Some good shit. The best shit. I'm geeked, man. I'm excited. I'm excited for what's coming. At times, this whole movement has drawn out like a blade. I don't know why I said it. I think I got it from Shawshank Redemption. I did get it from that. But it's seemed to draw out. It takes time. This whole plan. Being awake ain't easy. It's not. I was having a thought earlier. I was thinking how tired I am of being awake and being on the right side of history, and how exhausting this is to have your mind going towards being awake. And that if that's how we feel, or how I feel moving forward, then how does the president get up every single day, and do this? And he's got to go in front of people. He's got to get in front of cameras. This dude is the biggest badass patriot ever. And he gets up early and he stays up late. And yeah, you might say, yeah, being a president. Listen, this guy's working. This guy's working. He's working hard. And I respect the shit out of him. I respect him a lot. Love to shake his hand one day. Definitely. Maybe get a selfie with him. I don't know. Can you sign my hat? Anyway, how you guys doing? Put my glasses on. Hey, Red Pill Marine is here. Hey, man, I didn't have my glasses on. Well, it's nice to see you, buddy. I see you. That's true, James Orbach. Soylent Green is people. Are you a fan of Sol? SOL on Twitter, James? That's one of the catchphrases for Sol. So, well, hello to you, Mr. Ralph Dean. How are you? Kiss my bill. Nice. Kiss your ass. D, you're still here? Nice. So I don't know if you're just getting here, Ralph, or Red Pill. I don't know if you guys just got here, but I kind of spewed, kind of did my thing. Coming up on 50 minutes. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot more to say. So if you guys want to know what I said, go back. Rewatch it. Something. It is nice to see you all, though, and to know that you're a part of a transformation really in the world that will have no choice but to be wrote in the history books as we move forward as a society across the world. And this may take place over the next 1 to 20 years, where you'll see this wave of new information, new political thinking, all of this take root in every facet of everybody's life. And I hope and I pray that it's a beautiful thing that we're witnessing, because I don't know how this man can take out all of this corruption with the help of other world leaders, and for this not be exactly what we're been shown it is. We have been shown what this plan is. Don't say that you don't understand how this plan ends. You do. Because you're watching a movie. All right. That's all I got tonight. I love you guys. Thank you for showing up. I'm sorry if you guys showed up late. Anything I say now would just be rehashing. So it's great to see you. You guys take care. Don't forget to pray. Pray for the president. I do. I try to every night. I really do. So it's great seeing you guys. And I'll see you soon. Bye.